Hello, welcome to this video tutorial in which I'm gonna explain you how to use some of the tools that you're gonna be using during this course. First of all, I want to let you know that in my future videos you will hear me speaking Spanish only, and you will be required to also speak and write in Spanish only. I'm um, I'm a firm believer that the best way to acquire a language is by using it, and I know it is a challenge in Spanish 102, but hopefully at the end of this class you feel a lot more comfortable and confident in using Spanish. And of course, you can always contact me if you need help with it. Um, in future videos, you will also see my face as well, just because I believe it's a way to be a little closer to your students and hopefully to make myself more available or approachable, and you guys are not afraid of asking me questions. So to start with, I'm going to teach you how to use Canvas. Canvas is the learning management system that we use in Palomar. And to access Canvas, you need to enter the website palomar.edu, and you will find this opening page. You go to the top and enter Canvas. So when you do that, the system will take you to the sign in page. See, you click here, log in, and you will log in with your numbers, passwords, and all those things, and you will see all the classes that you have available. These are all my classes, and these are the classes I taught last semester, the ones I'm going to teach next semester, and our class, which is this one. So if you click in the class, the system will take you to the home screen of our site, our class site. I have it in purple right now, so we can see it with student view, so you know what you will be seeing. So the home page is a welcoming message, in which I kind of cheer for you to work on your language. There's a picture of me, and there's a little bit about my biography. I have a long name, Elena Villa Fernandez de Castro. Elena is my first name. I don't have a middle name. And Villa is my first last name, my father's last name. Fernandez de Castro is my second last name, which is my mom's. It's a really long one. But in Spain, men and women use both last names. They're paternal and they're maternal, and neither man or woman change it when they get married. So when you're born, you take your mother and your father's last name, and when you die with the same last names. I'm from Spain, and I studied at the Universidad Autónoma de Madrid and Universidad Complutense de Madrid, my undergrad education. But then I studied my graduate education at the University of Hawaii, where I did my master's degree, and the University of California in Santa Barbara, where I did my doctorate in applied linguistics and literature. I love teaching Spanish, and I hope that by the end of the semester you will love learning Spanish too. And in my free time, I love to read, and I love to spend time at the beach. My favorite two things are reading at the beach. So I love reading at the beach. But I only like reading at the beach if I have a chair. So unless I have a chair, reading and being at the beach are not fun to me together. Does it make sense? Because I hate when my book gets full of sand. Anyway, those are my hobbies. If we go up again, we go to the section modules. In modules, you'll see, let's close this so you can get an idea. Oh, did I lose them? Let me close them. Okay, I have them all closed now. So in the section modules, you'll see the first module will be the syllabus, and in here you will have a link to the to the syllabus of this class, which will be the rules by which you and I will live through this class. Then you'll see one module per, per week. And in each module, you'll have instructions and assignments. You have one and week 5 because I have it from another class just to show you. But to start with, you'll have week 1, and you will probably have them open a little bit before the week that you are working on. So I'll show you a little bit later what will be in this module, but just to have a little idea, this is how it will look like. Then you'll have a module on spelling where you have rules of accentuation. You also have instructions to put accents with the computer. You need to familiarize yourself with those because in exams you will require to put accent marks and you need to learn how to do them with your computer. If your computer is not in the list I give you in this PDF file, please Google it ahead of time to be comfortable doing it so you don't have problems with that in exams, because I will penalize you for not using the right accent marks. Capitalization rules are different in English and Spanish, so you can have a look on those in here. And in order to put accent marks, you need to learn how to divide words in syllables in Spanish, and that's a little different than in English. So this is a module that hopefully will be helpful to you. The oral presentation is the module in which you will have instructions. Once the deadline is approaching, you will have instructions to complete the presentation with a partner. Tutorials, this is Palomar College gives some information to students about how to use Canvas. If you need more help with that, you can use that. And then you have one composition, and I will have in here several files that will give you information to write your composition. If you have any problem with any of these, you are more than welcome to come talk to me and I will help you with whatever you need. Let's go to week 1. In week 1, you will, or every week, you will always find instructions, an instruction sheet. So when you open instructions, you will see that there are 2 deadlines. One is before Wednesday and the second one is before Friday. So you'll have 2 deadlines each week. In this first week, there's an introductory video saying, welcome to my class, so this is me. And there's also this orientation video, the one I'm recording right now. So the first assignment you have is to watch these 2 videos. Second assignment is to read the syllabus and to look at the video explaining the syllabus. Please don't forget to watch these videos weekly because they have very important information, and sometimes students miss things because they don't watch them. So that's an important thing for me. Number 3 is to do an entry on the forum. This week is an introductory forum, and we'll have a forum every week. And in these forums, there'll be 2 deadlines. One on Wednesday for a video. You will have to do a video before Wednesday. And one before Friday, midnight, that will be 2 written responses to your classmates' videos. If you click in here, you access the instructions. So for example, this one is the welcome, let's meet each other forum. Before Wednesday, you will have to introduce yourself to your classmates with a video and tell us cómo se llama, de dónde es y dónde vive, por qué quiere aprender español, cuáles son sus hobbies y qué le gusta hacer. So what's your name, where you're from, but where you live now, what you want to learn Spanish, and what are your hobbies and what you like to do. So you have to do that before Wednesday midnight. But then before Friday midnight, you are supposed to write back to two of your classmates responding to their videos with written comments, and say what you have in common, what you have different at them, hello, nice to meet you, and all those things that are polite and nice to do in a class. If we go back to the module of week 1, you'll have to acquire the code for the super site. If you haven't bought the book with the code already, you can do that online. And if you do it online, you can use the online book and the online workbook until you get sent a paper copy of the book. So here are instructions on how to register for the super site. Please do that as soon as you can, because the work you're going to have to do on this super site, which is the workbook, the online workbook, is heavy, and you want to be ahead of time. Number 5 is to install Google Chrome in your computer and Proctorio. Proctorio is a software that Palomar has, and it's used in many online classes. And with Proctorio, we proctor your exams. It's a software that will record you while you take your exams, and it will also record the sound and your screen, the screen where you are at. I know this is kind of challenging to do an exam with a computer recording you, but it's important to make sure that you're the one taking this test, not to have any confusion in here. If you don't do it, if you don't record your exam, I will not grade it. So you want to do it as soon as possible, because by Friday you will have to already take the first quiz. So keep that in mind. These are the instructions. There are more instructions in the syllabus. There are more instructions there. So between the two of those, you can get it done. Only Chrome. Use only Chrome in this class. Before Friday, you will have to complete the mini exam. The mini exam this week is based on the syllabus, but in future weeks it will be based on the materials you're learning in the book. Usually these quizzes, these mini quizzes or mini exámenes, will have 3 attempts for you to complete, but in this first one, you have as many attempts as you want. So just try until you get the best the best grade. Number 2, before Friday, is to respond to your classmates in the forum, saying welcoming and talking what you have in common, what you have different, and you have to do it writing, not in a video. Start working on the super site, chapter 7. My recommendation for today is to do contextos, fotonovela, cultura, and pronunciación. Every week you'll have 2 deadlines for the super site, except for chapter 1. In chapter 1, which is week 1 and week 2, you'll have only 1 deadline with the whole chapter on the last day of week 2. But I will give you recommendations to complete the homework every week, so you don't have, like, the Thursday before the deadline, you don't have 20 hours of work and you're overwhelmed with all that. So please keep your work up to date, because if not, you're gonna drown in the super site. Number 4 is to sign in the sheet of the oral presentations to find a partner. If you click in here, you'll access a Google Doc with a table that you sign in to do a presentation with somebody. You need to write your, name. You need to write your name. So, por ejemplo, my name could be Marta. And then you write the section number, 53001. I just invented that. And then here comes Pedrito and says, oh, I want to work with Marta. So he writes his name and he realizes he's in the same class. So perfect match. and they decide to work together on César Chávez. Oui, misspell. César Chávez. Chávez, no, Chávez. So this is the Hispanic person they're going to present on, because in this presentation you will be working on a Spanish speaker person from any Spanish speaker country, including the United States. Now, if Pedrito was in another section, this would be a problem because they're not in the same class. So then Pedrito could not work with Marta. He would have to write his name in another group. So another student writes his name by him. So that's what you have to do. And at the end, you have the week objectives. Next thing I want to show you is the super site, and I want to teach you how to use it. Once you have registered in our class, you'll have a similar screen to that. In this screen, you will have in the content section, you can access the vText, which is the online textbook. It's the same as the paper one, but it has some things that are pretty good. For example, let's go to chapter 7. Chapter 7 is our first chapter, and in here, the first section you have is contextos, the vocabulario, and listen to this.
El baño.
If you click on the words, you can hear how to.
El cuarto de baño.
There you go, how to pronounce them. So that's good to learn phonetics of Spanish. I want to show you that in the videos, if you click in here, you will have access to the video. And you can put subtitles in Spanish. Okay. So that's the video. Let's go back to the book. Where is it? vText. This is where we were. Chapter 7. The other thing is in the grammar sections, they have video tutorials, and this is a very interesting part of this book, because in this book I'm not going to be teaching like in a traditional face-to-face class. I'm more of a manager of information and education. That will be my role, but you can use these videos to support your learning. You know, you're pretty independent in an online class, but with these videos you have access to a teacher.
Ay, perdón, me dormí mirando la televisión.
Okay, and this teacher will explain you whatever you're learning, whatever you're learning in the chapter, and he will explain it in English. So that's a pretty cool feature of the textbook. You will also see that we have a calendar, and I like the calendar because in here you can see the time things will take you. For example, we start the class on the 17th, and the first official deadline is the 28th, but I give you materials to work on every Wednesday and every Friday. So if you complete what I assigned for you on this day, and what I assigned for you on this day, and what I assigned for you on the 26th, then you'll be on the 28th pretty free of work. If not, if you do everything on the 27th, you're gonna die, man. Anyway, this is for June. If you go into July, you'll see that you have assignments every Wednesday and every Friday, every Wednesday and every Friday. But of course, you know, you have, imagine, let's see a Friday that it's busier. No, we don't have one. Anyway, look at this, the 10th of July. You have 5 hours to complete. If you do that the night of the Tuesday, you're gonna be pretty tired. So you want to do maybe one on Saturday, one on Sunday, one on Monday, one on Tuesday, and I completed everything on time. Nice. Deadlines will be at midnight. So that's another cool thing about it. Then you'll be able to see your grades in here, and what else? Nothing else about the supersite. Just be consistent with your work, and if you see any problem or you struggle with anything, please let me know ahead of time, because um, I will not take work that comes late. So I'll be the nicest person if you tell me before the deadline, if you have a problem before the deadline. But I will not accept work that has come late. Back to Canvas. I'm thinking that I did not tell you, didn't explain you about how to place videos. So in the forum. So let's go back to the forum. I was showing you here, and so doing a video is pretty quick. It's pretty easy and quick. You need to click on reply, and when you're here, if it's a video that you have to record, you just go to record media, and that was my face really quick. You didn't see it, but that was me. And just place it and post. If you want to do a written, you just write JJJJJ and post reply. So it's pretty simple, pretty easy. I think I've told you the most important parts of how to navigate our class in terms of technology and how it's gonna work. I'm sure I'm missing something, but if there's anything I'm missing, make sure you write me an email, and I will be happy to just clarify everything for everybody. I don't want to do too long of a video here, because then students get bored and they don't want it. But hopefully this helps, and again, just contact me if it doesn't, or if it doesn't clarify everything. Bye bye, and thank you.